Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are well. Today I want to share with you the things that they don't tell you about having locks, and also the things that I wish I'd known before I started this lock journey. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is your hair breaks. Yes, your hair or your locks, they start to break and they shed like crazy. And I'm talking, you know, you just, wherever you go, you just see little fragments of your hair just lying all over the place. I'm not talking big bulks, but you know, just the odd little bits from your hair is just all over the place. The amount of times, for me particularly anyway, because everyone's hair is different. That is a big disclaimer. Everyone's hair is different. But for me, I just found that, you know, your locks, it's not easy. You know, your hair can break, will break, and there's so many times where I've been to the hairdresser and they say, you know, your hair's breaking and this and that. So yeah, that's definitely one thing. I honestly thought it would be easy breezy, and I definitely didn't think about connecting locks with hair breakage. So that's definitely one thing to look out for. To go with that, maintaining locks is not easy. It's not an easy process, guys, and that is definitely one thing that I walked into this lock journey. I didn't really think about a locks journey, to be honest with you. It wasn't really a journey per se way back then when I started, as it really is now with the whole, you know, natural hair movement and things like that. But maintaining it is very long. When I first started my locks, so when one of the key decisions of me starting my lock journey was that I just didn't know how to take care of my natural hair. Like, I plaiting it or cornrowing it or putting in extensions, this all seemed very tedious to me. And I will be honest, I honestly thought if I just have locks, I won't have to do anything with it. Wrong. Maintaining it is a big thing, and to stop the whole breakage, to make it looking, you know, nice and presentable, or just, you know, healthy, there is a certain level of maintenance that you need to do, and it takes a lot of time. And that is another thing that you definitely need to know and understand, that when it's wash day, hair day, obviously washing natural, you know, black people's hair, wash day is a big thing. But when you wash locks, that's an even bigger thing. It takes a long time. You have to wash it, then you have to palm roll it or use a comb just to neaten the roots, and then you also have to let it dry, and that is not even including styling or anything like that. You're prepared to take good half a day out of your whole day just to do your locks. And especially if you're doing it at home, unless you have an industrial sized, okay, not industrial size, but unless you have a hairdresser type hair dryer, then be prepared to use that handheld dryer and be there for a good long while. Another thing is, it takes a long time for your locks to grow. And again, this is all depending on your hair type. You know, if your hair naturally grows quick, then yeah, your locks will grow quickly. But in general, it's not just going to happen like that overnight. So that's another thing to consider. Another thing is, you know, locks, they're more versatile than you think. There's so many and I'll be honest, I believe that I was like this before I got my locks. I just honestly thought that there's just one way of having locks. I mean, locks is locks, it's locked. Like, that's it, you're locked in, literally, for life. But there are so many different ways, so many different styles to have your locks. And I mentioned this previously in another video as well, that you can twist them, you can curl them, you can plait them, you can have them into a fringe, you can do all sorts with locks. I have met and spoken to a couple of people as well who have had locks. Probably still do have locks, especially in their transitional stage. I think I spoke to one person who was getting married, and they actually wore a wig instead of having their starter locks. And so I'm not saying that you can cover up your locks in a wig. Yeah, wear them with pride and be happy and proud of them. But I'm just saying that to say that, you know, having locks is not just one boring style that you're going to have for the rest of your life. There's so many things that you can do with locks to enjoy them. Another thing that I found, and I suppose I thought of more recently, it never really dawned on me, but when you have locks, be prepared to say goodbye to hats. And I know it sounds crazy, and this is like hats. I mean, I was never really a big hat person per se, but especially if you want a nice, you know, beach hat, or if you want a nice cap or anything like that, I say this in the most polite way possible, but your head will grow, I think, twice as big when you have locks. In the sense that when you have to, or when you're looking to buy a hat of any kind, it's not gonna fit the normal head shape of your head. You have to be prepared for and take in consideration all the, you know, extra packaging you have that is your locks. And I just found that beach hats don't fit me anymore. Nothing fits me. A cap, goodbye to caps, because especially when you have that little back bit at the back of the cap that allows a ponytail to go through, ain't no locks gonna fit into that. So just say goodbye to that. Maybe a beanie. Beanies, they were in way back then. I don't think they're still in anymore, but yeah, beanies could work. But any other of those, you know, fashion hats that you have, yeah, probably won't be fitting on your head, I'm afraid. Sorry. And another one, this may be 2-in-1, but at some point in your lock journey, you may start to consider to cut them off and say goodbye. I mean, I don't know what it is, and don't get me wrong, it may not be for everyone. There's some people that just love their locks and have had them 20+ years, and so, as I've mentioned before, I think I'm in my 12th year of having my locks, and I'll be honest, I have contemplated many times to cut my locks off, but something just happens where it could be someone that is walking down the street and their locks are just so beautiful and they are just rocking them so good, and I just think, oh yeah, I might just go and try that out. I'm not looking to get rid of my locks just yet. On top of that as well, there will be some point where you have this thing called lock envy, where you're looking at other people's locks and you're just thinking, oh, your locks are so nice, why can't mine be like that? I think it's inevitable that that's going to happen, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You're just admiring other people's locks, but just bear in mind that everyone's locks are different. Your locks are uniquely your locks, and no one else can have your locks, so that's actually pretty cool in that sense. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I just wanted to share a few things that I have learned since starting my lock journey, and things that I wish I'd known before I started my lock journey. If there's anything that you have learned also in your own experience, please do leave a comment in the comments box below. I'd love to hear from you. And also, please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I upload once a week, and so I would love to see you on my channel again. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.